Well, welcome to Garden Time Granite Bay with Nick DeBenedetto. Today, I'm super excited. We're going to talk about figs. So, this winter and slash spring, I went ahead and I bought some fig cuttings. You can see they're right here in front of me. I bought 3 different cuttings. 2 were the same, and then 1 was different. Now we have 2 that are growing, and 1 did not make it. So, everything I think here is a success. Even though this one died, I understand how it died. For me, that's a success. We're always learning as gardeners. We got to learn from our mistakes. So let's, get into it. Let's figure out what we're going to do with these today. These figs have done so well. I'm going to pot them up right now. I'm probably a little bit early on doing that, but I want to get them into some big containers. I have a rhubarb that I transferred, and it is doing so phenomenally well. I want to do the same with my fig trees here. So, why did this one? We're going to talk about why this one didn't succeed. So, when I watched all the different videos on the internet, they talked about creating a nice warm environment for the actual cutting. I put bags on top of them to increase the humidity. That was one of the things that everyone talked about. What I didn't realize, I had one hot day in the spring. That one hot day nuked all the little buds. So I pulled on it. Oh, I can feel it right now. I can feel the roots just like tearing. Not a good sign. But it did not make it. So, sure enough, let's pull this out. Oh, we did get we got a little bit of life in there. I don't know. We did get some roots coming out of there. We're actually going to go take this and we're going to give it one last Hail Mary and just pot it up right there. We're going to see if that actually takes. So I can definitely tell you that the top coming down, it's not alive. But we've got the root nodes right there. It was underneath. That's still alive. So I had a feeling it might be alive. Wanted to check while we were on camera and see if it was. It is. So we're going to leave it right there. We're going to let it keep on growing. Maybe we'll get one more bud. This was the same exact cutting. It had a little bit more airflow coming through the bag. It didn't get nuked or solarized. Same thing with this one. So I got lucky. Only one of them died. I could have had all 3 of them just perish. Today we're going to pop them up into, it's going to be their semi-forever home. I don't think it will be here forever. I'm going to go plant it out front, but I'm going to do that in the winter when everything is basically died back. So I'm going to redesign my garden in the winter and the spring. I like to see what's growing, what's, crept along. I have a ton of herbs out there. They just take over. So I got to see what I'm going to keep, what I'm going to get rid of, how much soil I need to bring in, how much soil I'm going to pull out. But we're going to try and take care of it all during the winter. I moved another fig tree up to the front yard in the springtime after it had already leafed out. It was a bit too late, but I was redesigning that whole area. It was in a part in the side yard where it was, it had a little cinder blocks around it, and it just, the hole was literally this big for a fig tree, and then the rest was a concrete jungle. It wasn't the right spot for a fig tree. It also got super hot. It didn't get enough sun. That recipe, I got a few figs off it a couple of years. It's not the right spot for that tree. So I put in something a bit more vigorous in that area. I took out the concrete and then I put in 2 mulberry trees. I figured the mulberry, that's one of the most vigorous trees in this area. It'll do great. So back to the figs. We're going to put this big fig in here and this smaller fig in here. And this one. It's potting up day. How exciting. But with being in here, it's going to have a bit more area to, grow, leaf out. I can fertilize it a little bit more. I'm going to be super sensitive with the roots because I can already feel them kind of pulling, just like on this one. I want to cause as little trauma to the tree as possible. So this is my first attempt at, doing fig trees from a cutting. I had 2 take off, and we have 1 that's a maybe. And I like a maybe. I thought it was a goner before here. It might not be a goner. So let's go ahead and fill this pot up. Let's get it here. One thing I always like to do is not overfill my pots, but not underfill them. So you can see in here, we're still a little bit low. I'll put that there. One more scoop. We can always bring it down. We can't always bring it up. All right. So we got a good couple inches coming down, but not too much. We're going to take this sucker. We're going to gently, oh, see, we're losing soil. We're losing soil. Oh, there we go. So you can see those roots there, right at the edge. That was just a little too much root for me to want to keep that in that pot. So, ooh, look at this. All right. Let's put it in here, put it in. Oh, it's so nerve-wracking. All right, got that there. All right, we're gonna tuck the soil in, not compressing it, but just tucking it in. All right. Okay. Ooh. All right. We're gonna be nice and straight. You can see the soil. We have a couple inches to go here. We're gonna give it a nice watering. Oh my gosh. There we go. And that is it. Our fig tree is going to be good to go. I'm going to come back and make sure the soil is very well hydrated, just so we don't get any shock today. I think we're going to be about 90 degrees, so definitely on a warmer side of the day. I might keep it back in the shade for today and then bring it back out tomorrow so we don't have too much transfer shock. So thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, let me know. Drop a comment, subscribe, do whatever you want, and enjoy. Have a great day.